A very good morning to all. Hope you all are good and doing well. And side by side, you all are practicing your exercises. Children, we are doing chapter number 4, that is integers. Most of the part you have already done. Only one topic, that is the subtraction of integers, is left. We will be doing that part. But before that, I want me to revise with you the little part of that what you have done. So we will start with the introduction of integers or what are integers. See children, integers, if you see, you have heard the name of the natural numbers, the normal counting numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4 like this, 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. And if you add, these are called as natural numbers, and if 0 is added to it, they become whole number. Okay. Now there are certain numbers on the left side of the 0 which have got the negative value, like -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on. So this collection of the whole numbers and the negative numbers together form the integers. This whole collection of the whole numbers and the negative numbers is called as the integers. This we have already done. Now the numbers which are on the right side of this, they are called as the positive integers, and they have got this plus sign. Even if you don't write this plus sign, it is the meaning that they have got the positive value. The numbers on the left of the 0 have the negative sign and are called as the negative integers. Okay, and this, if you represent them on a line like this, if you represent them on a line, this is called as the number line, which can be extended endlessly on both the ends. So these are the integers, the two type of integers, the negative and the positive integers. I hope this is clear. I know you already know that. Then the next topic which you have discussed is the absolute value. Absolute value of integers means the distance of an integer from 0 on the number line, irrespective of its direction, is called the absolute value. That is, suppose if you take the absolute value of 3, it is the distance, same distance if you see. Absolute value is represented by these two vertical lines. If I write 3, the absolute value will be 3. This is positive 3. If I 3 minus 3, again it will be 3 only. That is, the absolute value of any number is always positive. Okay. Then the next you have done about the comparison of the numbers. See children, in comparison you are able to do the ascending and the descending orders. You can arrange the digits in ascending and descending orders if you are thorough with how you compare the numbers. Now if you see, every positive integer, this side is positive, this side is negative. Now if you see, these positive numbers are increasing, and the number which is on the right side of the other number, suppose we take these two numbers, this 2 is on the right side of the number, this is greater than this. That means out of the 2, the number which is on the right side, out of the 2 number, the number which is on the right side will be greater, bigger or greater than the left one. This is the rule if you see it. The number or the digit which is on the right side of the other number will always be greater. Now what does this say? 3 is greater than 2, 2 is greater than 1 is greater than 0. Okay, now see here, -1 is on the right side of -2, that means -1 is bigger than -2, -2 is bigger than -3, -3 is bigger than -4. and all these negative numbers are smaller than 0. Did you get? And all the positive integers are greater than the negative integers. This is on the right side. So all the positive integers including the 0 will be greater than all the negative integers. This is clearly given in the book, and you have already discussed that. The first point says we can say that every positive integer is greater with every negative integer. Second is 0 is greater than every negative integer and smaller than every positive integer. The farther a positive integer from 0, जितनी दूर पॉजिटिव इंटीजर 0 से है उतना ही बड़ा है वो. सिमिलरली जितना ही दूर नेगेटिव इंटीजर 0 से है उतना ही छोटा है वो. The farther a positive integer is from 0, the larger is the value. The farther the negative integer is from 0, the smaller is the value. Now once you learn the comparing of the numbers, you can easily solve the question based on ascending and descending order. This you have already done. In detail. Now then comes the addition of integers. Now in addition of integers, what we have done, we have taken two very important rules which will also be used later, and that is, if two similar signs are there, then you always add to get similar signs, same signs, like signs or similar signs. Then you add the digits, you will add, and the answer which you will get have the same sign. If suppose there are 2 plus, the answer will also have plus sign. You will add the digits and you will put the plus sign. Similarly, if there are two negative signs, two minus signs, you will add the digits and put the sign plus. But if one sign is plus, if one is positive and other one is negative, then you subtract the digits. Then you subtract the digits. Okay, then you subtract the digits smaller from the bigger and you will put the sign of bigger value. Okay, so and then you have discussed about the properties of addition, which were almost similar to that of properties of the whole number. Now we come on to the subtraction of integers. So now children, we move on to subtraction of integers. See children, I will be showing two methods for this. One is the simplest method what I feel and easier, and the second one is given in the book. That is also easy, no doubt in that. Whatever method you are comfortable with, whatever method you find easy or comfortable to do the sums, though that method you will follow. I'll show both of them. So first I'll show, before starting that, first I'll show my own, not my own method, the method which is I find more simpler is that, then I will show the one which is given in the book. Okay, for that method, first of all remember that there will be different signs and the brackets. If suppose there are two signs like two negative signs, one outside the bracket and one inside the bracket, when you open the bracket, this minus and minus will become plus. When you open the back bracket, this minus and minus will become plus. If suppose outside the bracket is plus, inside the bracket is also plus, it will remain plus. Okay, but if outside it is minus and inside it is plus, it will be minus. Okay, if it is outside it is plus and inside it is minus, then it will become minus. These four things you have to remember. Minus and minus sign will become plus, plus and plus sign will be plus, minus and plus will be minus, and plus and minus will also be minus. If you remember these things, it will be easier for you to solve the sums. I'll write over here so that you can remember. This is plus, plus, plus will be plus, minus and plus will be minus, or plus minus will be minus. Okay, now I'll show you some examples. So I'll take the first example, or I'll just this example. One example I'll take 20 minus 5. Now first of all we'll solve the bracket. There's no bracket here, so we'll copy down this number. This here, this is minus and inside also minus, and according to rule minus and minus becomes plus. Or you can say this is minus. If this is minus, the inside sign will change and it will become plus, and it will be plus 5. Since both the signs are same, we will add the number and your answer will be 25. Another example, minus 6 minus 9. Okay, so first of all we will solve the bracket. Now here there is no bracket, so we bring this number down. Then see here it is minus, so that means inside number sign will change, it will become plus, or minus minus becomes plus. Okay, now you remember when both the signs are different, opposite, we always subtract. We subtract from the bigger number, we subtract the smaller number from the bigger number when the two signs are opposite or when the two signs are different. So 9 minus 6 is 3. Now what is the sign of the bigger value? Plus. So we put plus, and this is your answer. Another example. Third example. Minus 10 minus 6. Again we'll start solving from here. No brackets, so we'll bring this number down. Now see here, outside the bracket it is minus, inside it is minus. And I told you when there are two minus signs, they will become plus, or we can say that this minus will change this into plus. So we'll put sign of plus and we will add. Now both the signs are opposite, both the signs are different, so we will subtract smaller number from the bigger number. 10 minus 6 is 4. What is the sign of the bigger number? It is minus, so your answer is minus 4. Have a look at that. Hope this is clear. Now I'll show you the method which is shown in the book. Any one which you find simpler, any one method which you find easier, you can follow that. Same examples I'll take. First I'll read what is written in the book. In subtraction, we convert the subtrahend to its opposite and add the two integers. To subtract integers, we add the additive inverse. Now there will be two terms which I will be explaining. First term is subtrahend. Children, if you remember the subtraction of the natural numbers, there was one term minuend and the other term was subtrahend. Minuend is the digit or the number or the bigger number from which we subtract the other number, and subtrahend the smaller number which we subtract, or the second number which we subtract from the bigger number is known as subtrahend. So in this integers also, we subtract the subtrahend, we subtract the subtrahend, but first we convert into its additive inverse. What is additive inverse? You have read it. Additive inverse. Additive inverse means digit will remain the same, the sign will change. For example, 3, the additive inverse of 3 will be minus 3. Additive inverse of minus 4 will be 4. Here it is plus, digits are same, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 12 and 12. But here it is positive, in additive inverse it will become negative. Here it is negative, in additive inverse it will become positive. Here it is minus 12, in inverse it will become plus 12. These two terms you have to remember. You have to make the subtrahend into additive inverse and so on. You have to add it. Now how you have to do it? I'll just show. I'll take the same examples. Okay, first one is 20 minus 5. So according to this, what they have done, we will copy down this number. This sign of subtraction or minus will be changed into plus. This minus will be changed to plus, and this you have to write down the additive inverse. The digit will remain the same, but the sign will change. The sign will be opposite. So it will be 20 plus 5 is equals to 25. Even if you don't write this sum, that means it is plus. This is the additive inverse of minus 5. This 5 is additive inverse of minus 5. See the other example. Minus 6 minus 9. No bracket here. First of all, we solve the brackets. This sign of subtraction, that is minus, will be changed to plus. Here in the bracket it will be additive inverse. Additive inverse means digit will be same but the sign will be different. Here it is minus, so here it is plus. I'll put plus. Even if you don't put it, it's well and good. Now minus 6 plus 9. Now see here, this is minus, this is plus. You know, when there are two opposite signs, you always subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. So 6 minus 9 is equals to 3. The sign of bigger number is plus, so we can put plus, and this is your answer. Even if you don't write this plus, it's very good. So children, like this, you can use any method in solving any kind of sums. Subtraction sums, on integers. Now we move on to properties. Properties of subtraction of integers. These properties are similar, but only there is slight difference. The properties, the name of the properties will be same, but there will be slight difference. And when you solve those properties, you can use any method you wish. So first property is closure property. The first property is closure property. As you know, closure property is the difference of the two. Difference means the answer of subtraction. The answer of subtraction operation is between the two integer is also an integer, and this is called the closure property. I'll take one example. Minus 7. I will take the example from the book only. Minus 5. Now if you solve it, open the bracket, it is plus, so it will become plus, minus will become minus 7. Now see here, this is minus, inside it is plus. So minus and plus will become minus, open the bracket and solve it. two same signs, so we will add them. 7 and 5 is 12 and we put the same sign. Okay, and you know this is the negative of the integers, negative integer. That means it is an integer. When you have subtracted the two integers, the answer is also an integer. Okay, then see here, the next one is commutative property. Commutative property. Commutative property says that the difference between the two integers does not remain same if the order in which they are subtracted is changed. That is, the subtrahend becomes minuend and minuend becomes subtrahend. If this order is changed, you will not get the same answers. In addition, you are getting the same answer even if the order was changed, but in subtraction it is not same. So I'll take one example from the book itself. I'll take the first one, 9 minus 4. It is in the bracket. Or I'll take the another example. And I'll take the second one. It is minus 12 minus 5. See, this is the first order, you can say. In this, now we will open the bracket. Outside it is plus, inside it is minus, so it will be minus 12. Outside the bracket it is minus, inside it is plus. Minus and plus is minus. Both the signs are same, that means we will add. 12 plus 5 is equals to 17, and since we have added, we will put the same sign. Now I will change the order. So I will change the order. It is 5 minus 12. See here, it is minus 17 over here. Now see here, this is plus, so it will be plus only. This is minus, minus becomes plus. When it is minus outside the bracket, the inside will become plus, so it will be plus 12, and your answer is, see, both the signs are same, so we will add. 12 and 5 is 17. Now see here it is minus 17 and here it is 17. That means it is not a commutative property. They are not. If I have changed the order, then there is a difference in answer. Although the difference is only of the sign, but it's a big difference. Okay, so it proves that subtraction of integers is not commutative. Then the third one, I hope this much is clear to everyone. Okay, so now we move on to the third property, and the third property is associative property. Associative property. Now associative property says the difference between three integers is not the same if the grouping of integers is changed. Earlier the order we were discussing, here in associative property we are discussing the grouping. If the grouping is changed of the integers, the answer will not be same. I'll take the example. Okay, I'll take this one. This is simple bracket, minus 3, minus 6, sorry, this is, and minus 12. Okay, now we will solve it. See here, first we will solve this part and we will leave it as such because we have to solve the brackets first. So how we will solve it? See, we will keep this bracket because we have to, this will be like this. Okay. Here. Now you already know we put the brackets to have a difference between the two groups. So now this is minus 3, so this will be minus 3. Then you will have minus 6. We will copy down this as it is because first we will solve this part. Then 3, since the signs are same, we will add it. 6 and 3 is 9. Same sign, minus, minus 12. Okay, now we open the brackets. It is plus outside, it is minus, so it will be minus. Minus and minus will become plus. Or you can say this, if this it is minus is outside, this inside will become plus, so we have copied down this. Now you just see, bigger number is 12. Since both the signs are different, we will subtract smaller number from the bigger number. 12 minus 9 is 3 and it is plus, so we put a plus. Even if you don't put, hardly matters. Now see if I change the group. Now I'll change the group. It is minus 3, 6 minus, minus 12. Now see here, I'll copy this, minus 3, because first I'll solve this, 6. Now this is again minus minus becomes plus, or you can say it is outside minus, so inside will become plus. 12 minus 3 minus 6 and 12 is 18. Open the brackets, minus plus minus. Since both the signs are minus, we will add them, so it is 21. Put the sign plus. Now see here it is plus 3, here it is minus 21. That means they are not commutative, they do not show. This is not equal. Hope this is clear. Then we move on to the next, that is the fourth property. And that is the identity property. Okay, identity property says when 0 is subtracted from any integer, the result is integer itself. That is why 0 is called as the identity element for subtraction of integers. Very simple example, minus 4. Now if we subtract 0 from it, the answer will be minus 4 only. That is, the identity of this integer will remain as it is. Thus, what is it is minus 4, so it will be minus 4 here only. So now the last property is predecessor. Now predecessor, as you all know, is one number before the given number. 8 number pehle, and for that you have to subtract 1, and you normally do that. So I'll take the example. 5 minus 1 is equals to 4. This is the positive number. If you subtract 1 from it, it will come as 4. Now I'll take one negative number. Now if I want to find out the predecessor of this one, I will subtract 1. Now this will be 1 minus 1. Both the signs are same, so it will be, we add, and the answer is this. And even if you remember that number line was this 1, 2, 3, 4. This was your plus, then minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Now if I say, if predecessor this one, I have asked you predecessor of minus 1. Predecessor of minus 1, I have subtracted 1, and the answer is, sorry, this will be minus 2. Answer is minus 2. That means when you subtract 1 from this minus 1, your answer will be minus 2, which is smaller than this. This is the predecessor. So the predecessor of minus 2 is minus 3. Predecessor of 4 minus 3 is minus 4. This is how on the number line also it proves that. Okay. So with this we finish this chapter. Only the exercises left, which we will do in the next class. So please go through all this I have shown. Go through the book. If you find anything difficult, you can find. I think if you listen to it carefully, you practice well what is given in the book, then it will not be difficult for you. So take care, stay safe,